Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our guest of honor, the Right Honorable Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zuhari Bintun Dato' Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may we all remain standing for the national anthem Negaraku and Sarawak state anthem Ibu Pertiwiku. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please kindly be seated and thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam Sarawakku sayang. Our guest of honor, the Right Honorable Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zuhari, Bintun Dato' Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. The Honorable Dato' Sri Professor Dr. Sim Kui Hian, Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Minister for Public Health, Housing and Local Government. The Honorable Dr. Hazlan bin Abang Hipni, Deputy Minister for Energy and Environmental Sustainability. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Amar Dr. Haji Abdul Aziz bin Dato' Haji Hussein, Chairman of SEDC. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Amar Dr. Hamid Bugo, Chairman of Petros. Yang berbahagia Dato' Sri Dr. Wan Liz Osman Wan Omar, State Financial Secretary of Sarawak. distinguished guests, heads of department, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the grand launching ceremony of the first multi-fuel refueling station, Darul Hana. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, so as to pray for blessings for today's ceremony, it is now with great pleasure to invite Sahibul Fadilah, Datuk Haji Mustafa Kamal bin Haji Ahmad Fauzi, Imam Besar Negeri Sarawak, to recite the doa. Dengan segala hormatnya, Sahibul Fadilah dipersilakan.
آمين آمين يا رب العالمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Allahumma ya Allah ya Tuhan kami, Tuhan yang Maha Pengasih lagi Maha Penyayang. Ya Allah, kami bersyukur kehadrat-Mu di atas limpah rahmat dan nikmat-Mu pada negeri dan negara kami yang aman damai ini. Pada hari yang mulia ini kami berhimpun di majlis pelancaran stesen minyak bersepadu Darul Hana yang akan disempurnakan oleh Yang Amat Berhormat Premier Sarawak. Allahumma ya Allah ya Rahman ya Rahim. Ya Allah, kerahmatan dan keberkatan-Mu yang kami harapkan, jadikanlah majlis ini berlangsung dengan selamat dan sempurna. Ya Allah, dengan kewujudan stesen minyak ini, mudah-mudahan ianya memberi kemudahan dan kesenangan kepada penduduk di sekitar khasnya dan seluruh rakyat amnya. Begitu juga ya Allah, dipohonkan perlindungan dan keselamatan di sepanjang urusan dan operasinya. Ya Allah, permudahkanlah segala urusan dunia kami. Restuilah segala pembangunan yang diusahakan ini. Pandulah dan bimbinglah kami pada jalan yang Engkau redai. Ya Allah, Engkau suburkanlah tanah air kami, negeri Sarawak khasnya dan negara Malaysia amnya, dengan kekayaan hasil mahsul buminya, dan mudah-mudahan negeri Sarawak terus maju menjelang 2030. Allahu ya badi'as samawati wal ard. Ya Allah, kekalkanlah kepada negeri dan negara kami dengan nikmat kestabilan, keamanan dan keselamatan. Kurniakanlah kami dengan nikmat kesehatan dan keafiatan. Hindarkanlah kami daripada segala musibah dan wabak-wabak penyakit. Peliharakanlah ya Allah semangat persefahaman dan perpaduan dalam kehidupan kami yang berbilang bangsa, budaya dan agama. Ya Allah, akhirnya kami memohon limpah rahmat, taufik dan hidayah-Mu ke atas Yang Amat Berhormat Premier kami dan isteri, Yang Amat Berbahagia Puan Seri Datuk Amar, kepada pemimpin-pemimpin kami dan rakyat sekalian. Allahumma ja'al jam'ana hadha jam'an marhuma wa tafaruqana min ba'dihi tafaruqan ma'suma. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adzaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Thank you very much to Sahibul Fadilah, Datuk Haji Mustafa Kamal bin Haji Ahmad Fauzi, Imam Besar Negeri Sarawak. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a warm and joyful welcome to the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak to another significant event for Sarawak, as today we shall witness the grand launching ceremony of the first multi-fuel refueling station, Darul Hana. Well, I'm sure everyone is so excited to be here, and we're so proud to know that this is the first integrated refueling station ever in Malaysia. Please, a big round of applause for that, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to have more insights on today's ceremony, it is now with great pleasure to invite Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Amar Dr. Haji Abdul Aziz bin Dato' Haji Hussein, Chairman of SEDC, to present his welcoming speech. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan Yang Berbahagia Pengerusi SEDC.
kasih Saudari Pengerusi Majlis Yang Berhormat Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari Bintun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, the Premier of Sarawak. Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Profesor Dr. Sim Kyun Hian, Deputy Premier of Sarawak and Minister for Public Health, Housing and Local Government. Yang Berhormat Dr. Haji Hazlan bin Haji Hong Hipni, Deputy Minister of Energy and Environmental Sustainability. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Amar Dr. Haji Hamid Bugo, the Chairman of Petros. Yang berbahagia Dato' Haji Wan Lis Leo Zaman Wan Omar, the State Financial Secretary. Yang berbahagia Datuk Haji Junaidi Haji Ridwan, Datuk Bandar Kuching Utara, distinguished members of the Board of SCDC Energy and of SCDC, members of the Board of Petros, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and a very good day to all, and of course, salam SCDC ku sayang. Terlebih dulu saya juga ingin mengucapkan setinggi kesyukuran kepada Allah SWT kerana dengan berkat dan izinnya lah maka kita dapat bersama-sama mengadakan perhimpunan kita pada majlis yang mulia hari ini. First of all, a very warm welcome to everyone today to today's grand opening of the Petros multi-fuel refueling station here in Darul Hana. It is of course a great pleasure for me to be here, and I'm really excited to see and to share with all of you what we have in store for today. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure all of you know or are familiar with the phrase, I have a dream. And for Sarawak, the dream is to have a thriving society where everyone enjoys economic prosperity, social inclusivity, and sustainable environment. A better and more developed Sarawak, as is the dream of our Premier by the year 2030. Now, one of the initiatives that Sarawak is taking to further develop our beloved state, we have come up with our own petrol station. And I can still vividly remember that we actually had our groundbreaking ceremony here at Darul Hana back in 2020. Well, it was just like yesterday that we have done that. But in just about a few more months, and about 1 year of construction, just like a blink of an eye, we can see the fruits of our labor. This is the first station of its kind for Sarawak and for Malaysia, and the decision to develop a multi-fuel station is based on the future direction we can see globally, where the goal of low carbon emissions have been the global topic. I think being Sarawakians, we should be proud and we should be able to utilize the Petros brand name for Sarawak's own multi-fuel station. And I think this same sentiment was shared by our Yang Berhormat Premier of Sarawak. And therefore, it is our pleasure to build and develop this first Petros multi-fuel station. And of course, our gracious thanks to our partner, Petros, for their cooperation and letting us use their brand name for this station. Free of charge, Tan Sri? We are also very proud and thankful to have this opportunity to work closely together with the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs, of course Petros, Sarawak Energy, DBKU, our Datuk Bandar is here supporting us all the way, Land and Survey, LCDA and others in ensuring continuous development of this multi-fuel station even in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, in which we have experienced multiple restrictions including the Movement Control Order or the MCOs. Yang Amat Berhormat Premier, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. With the blessings of our Premier, we have actually planned, constructed and made through our first flagship multi-fuel station here in Darul Hana Petro. For the early phase, the station will offer the conventional fuel for petrol, the power fuel 95, ultra fuel 97, and for diesel, diesel go and diesel max. Aside from these conventional fuels, electric vehicle owners are able to charge their vehicles here as well. The station houses various chargers, and we have engaged with the Malaysian Green Technology and Climate Change Corporation, or MGTC, to expand further our electric mobility efforts, to have more chargers placed at our upcoming stations across Sarawak. Now, hydrogen refueling will be further added as the nation gets more acquainted with low carbon emission vehicles, and this will be added in phases by SEDC Energy. Of course, as we grow our hydrogen economy, we'll be aligning all our efforts with the right stakeholders in ensuring our efforts are synergized for the good of the people. Now, aside from refueling, this station will provide commercial spaces for local and global brands to market their products or services. With this, we introduce Oasis, our very own convenience retail store, which will at the same time spur the local economy where the stations are built. With such a network, an opportunity are created for franchises, especially local brands, to flourish in areas where they couldn't before. Maybe along the upcoming Pan-Borneo Highway, the coastal highway, as we continue to plan and develop more of these stations over time. In line with our ambition to be a digital powerhouse, the station's equipment and system features Internet of Things, or IoT, automated sensors, big data analytics, and cashless payments with the integration of existing platforms like SPay Global, or formerly known as Sarawak Pay. With all these systems and technology in place, manual labor during the operation of this station can be minimized. Thus, different skill sets are needed compared to the conventional workers at conventional stations. An example is the use of automated tank gauging system, where workers do not need to do the manual work of opening up the heavy manhole covers for dipping purposes, because all they have to do is refer to a screen in the office to check out the stock level of the fuel in the station. So when we design our station, we emphasize on the best experience at all customers' touch points. Hence, we use the latest dispenser technology to deliver the fastest refueling time, lightest fuel nozzles, and also user-friendly tire inflators. I think our Berhormat Premier has experienced that. You can see that the nozzle is very light compared to others. Yeah. So the use of also user-friendly tire inflators. So it's not necessary even to hold on the nozzles anymore when inflating your tires. So, Yang Amat Berhormat Premier, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. The Darul Hana multi-fuel station is one of the many that SEDC Energy will be developing. More is being planned in the years to come. And besides this, there are other low-carbon hydrogen projects in other areas that SEDC Energy is exploring. And that is on the feasibility to manufacture or assemble hydrogen fuel cell components locally. This is part of the efforts to expand the hydrogen economy in Sarawak and to look to clean, green hydrogen as the next fuel source of the future. With many countries around the world rushing to establish their own hydrogen economies, in the determination to mitigate the worsening effects of pollution of high carbon emission, Sarawak is in the right place and in the right time to establish our own hydrogen economy. And I'm sure all our premier and all our ministers are actually very supportive of this hydrogen economy. Thank you so much for your support. And I'm sure that also our premier is also very keen to develop hydrogen economy. And nothing he will tell you that he will also be talking about hydrogen in the World Summit for Hydrogen in Europe sometime next month. I think this will augurs well for the hydrogen economy in Sarawak and putting us, Sarawak, in the world map in the world of hydrogen. Thank you. Of course, there are many challenges in establishing and exploring such sophisticated economy, but I believe that this is a positive sign because this is where we will learn to become the experts in this field, get more of people to learn about hydrogen and understand this hydrogen economy so that everybody can actually be part of the development in this exciting new technology and the new field of the world. And of course, this would be for the good and for the benefit of all our people in our beloved state. So once again, it is a pleasure for me to be here. Thank you so much, especially to our Premier for being here, and to all our guests who have come this afternoon, and of course bearing this heat, this evening heat. But I'm sure you are all glad to be here. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Our highest appreciation and gratitude and thank you very much to Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Amar Dr. Haji Abdul Aziz bin Dato' Haji Hussein, Chairman of SADC. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our next highlight for today's ceremony is a speech by our guest of honor. Thus, it is with great pleasure to invite Yang Berbahagia Chairman of SADC to invite and usher the Right Honourable Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari bintu Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak, to present his speech. Yang amat berhormat Premier Sarawak, dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat tengah hari, good afternoon. Salam sejahtera dan salam Sarawakku sayang. Yang berhormat Saudara Profesor Datuk Seri Dr. Sim, Timbalan Premier kita. Yang berhormat Saudara Dr. Abang Azlan, Timbalan Menteri Tenaga dan juga kelestarian alam sekitar. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Amar Dato' Abdul Aziz Hussein, Chairman SADC. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Amar Dato' Hamid Bugo, Chairman Petros. Yang berbahagia Saudara Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Lis, SFS kita, dan yang berbahagia Datuk Bandar di BKU. Seterusnya ahli-ahli lembaga pengarah Petros dan juga SADC serta SADC Energy. Saudara-saudara, saudari-saudari yang saya hormati sekalian. Pertama, saya mengucap terima kasih dan setinggi penghargaan kepada pihak SADC Energy kerana menjemput saya untuk meresmikan satu kegiatan ekonomi yang sangat penting dalam pembangunan Sarawak, and also the first in Malaysia, iaitu multi-station refilling station. I must tell you, sometimes last month, I have a guest a business friend from Singapore. He was telling me about the installation of electric charger in Singapore, including the HDB housing flat in Singapore, and said Singapore is doing this because they want to have going towards green economy. Of course, I congratulate him. Then I said Sarawak is also doing the same thing, but we are going to install not only electric charger for electric cars, but also for hydrogen. And he was surprised. Sarawak is also doing the same thing together with Singapore. So not bad lah. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank SCDC and SCDC Energy on taking up the development of Sarawak own multi-fuel station, not just any other fuel station, but a multi one that has the future in mind. This is the vision that I have for Sarawak, especially in the goals of a sustainable future and new energy and new economy, where the setting up of this multi-fuel station is an important milestone in realizing this vision. SCDC has been tasked to take the lead in setting up and managing the marketing and trading segment of Sarawak-owned downstream oil and gas business through SCDC Energy. It is my sort of vision, and I believe the vision of all Sarawakians, to see our own Petros brand petrol station. And today, with the launching of this multi-fuel station, it is not a dream anymore, but it is a reality for Sarawak. I would like to commend Petros, the chairman is here in the board, for allowing SCDC Energy to build the network and infrastructure for this station, and I hope to see more being developed across Sarawak along the Pen-Borneo Highway, together with, of course, our own coastal highway. One now is under construction at Batu Kawah. The DP punya konstitusi. Itulah dia menang besar sana, Batu Kawah last election. This Petros multi-fuel station is one step towards a sustainable future in the new energy segment, as it will kick off the significance of electric vehicles and in future phases hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. Aside from this multi-fuel station, projects in the development of and transitioning to the new energy business of clean hydrogen is being mapped out in coming years. I am confident that with SCDC, Energy and Petros passionately working closely together, a unique brand will emerge, which I believe will be the essence of sustainability and exclusivity that reflects our brand. This multi-fuel station indicates the seriousness of our effort to drive the reduction of carbon emission, which causes pollution, and to ensure we live a clean and healthy environment for our future generations. The development of this network of multi-fuel stations will be the key infrastructure for a clean zero-carbon future, as it encourages the use of electric-based and emission-free vehicles. Our very own Sarawak Metro will be our zero-carbon emission public transport provider that is piloted testing all the necessary requirements. Ladies and gentlemen, I envision that heavy industries will switch to lower carbon emission technologies, to use clean hydrogen in their fleet of vehicles, as well as in their production and manufacturing. By doing this, we can greatly reduce our carbon footprint and the amount of carbon that's being released into our environment. I do believe that the private sector is willing to embrace this new development towards sustainable development and green technology, because this is the new way forward for economies around the world. The prospect in carbon credits and carbon trading might well be a new source of revenue for the state after we have a proper law to regulate this new business. This would present to companies a new kind of a commodity and that they can trade in. According to market estimates, this is what we read, the voluntary carbon market, consisting largely of companies that buy carbon offsets for CSR reason, the estimated value of transaction was to the tune of $1 billion in 2021. That is the figure that we read. At our local level, with all this emission reduced, I hope everyone will be able to enjoy your mie kolo or laksa at your favorite stall without having buses and lorries driving past, spewing the irritating smell of carbon monoxide and other poisonous gases. We can all breathe fresh air and enjoy being outside even more. The impact of such a clean, sustainable future is what Sarawak needs to achieve, and industries would need to see this perspective as we move forward towards a green economy. As of today we are entering into what you call endemic phase. For the last 2 years, we were suffering because we faced this COVID-19. I think until today, there is no conclusive evidence the origin of this COVID-19. But a lot say it's because we don't have that immunity system and our antibodies are not that strong. The question is why that we have this weakness in antibodies. Some say because you eat, the food that you eat is not that healthy. You ask Dr. Sim. Number 2 is you breathe in not clean air. And because of that, your body system is weaker. So much to we cannot fight the virus. This is what I read, up to the doctors and experts to see whether this is true or not. But as of today, there is no concrete evidence where is the origin of this virus. Some people question why should we embark with this station. We should see ahead into the future that building a network of multi-fuel refueling stations will be the backbone of the infrastructure for what will be the mass adoption of battery and fuel cell electric vehicle as we go green. Foreign visitors who came to see me appreciate our effort, as mentioned by Aziz, towards a green economy and sustainable development. Why not us? You know, I still remember when I first introduced the digital economic policy in 2017. Many people were skeptical. Apa buat Abang Joe ni? Cakap-cakap mengenai digital economy. And even to extend to ridicule this particular effort. But after 5 years and a pandemic, then they see the importance of digital devices. And the criticism have been proven wrong. And I am right in terms of digital economy. For instance, when you have this digital infrastructure, what you do is you pay, you use as global. You want anything, you just, inilah ada orang viral ni, ketik semua ada. What you need is just to press the button. Press button semua ada. Ketik saja. Kalau pergi ATM sana, ketik, duit keluar. Provided you have money in the bank. So this the way we live in future, and everything is digitalized. Countries around the world like Germany, UK, and of course Singapore have decided to ban the sales of conventional internal combustion engine vehicles from 2030 onwards. So in Singapore is now, the other day I saw the Minister of Transport installing the charger at the flat or HDC houses. In the houses, they install the charger. And Singapore is eventually getting rid of this fossil fuel engine, combustion engine, but move towards electric vehicle. And as you know, some major car manufacturers, such as Volvo, they have indicated half of all the cars they produce by 2025 will be electric. I think very soon we will see a lot of Tesla cars on the road because now we can charge the battery. Because at the moment tidak banyak, so they don't want to buy. But once we have this facility, they will be changed towards electric vehicle. And this is what we are doing for the future. I hope for Sarawak, not only to see this petrol multi-fuel station, but a station that's catering for the future with electric vehicle chargers at the same time, educating our young on the fuel of the future, that is hydrogen. With the introduction of hydrogen, new technologies from production to safety handling and newer application to be hydrogen-based, new highly skilled jobs are required. This will also spur the creation of new businesses and function to support these new technologies. Sarawakian will have to participate actively in this new hydrogen economy in order to be able to master all the technologies ahead of others when hydrogen economy goes mainstream globally. Of course, as you know, in Southeast Asia, I think Sarawak is playing the forefront role in this transition toward hydrogen economy. In fact, I was also surprised. Next month, Temasek asked me to give talk on hydrogen economy next month in Singapore. And then only today I got the invitation for the World Hydrogen Economic Forum in Europe, also requesting me to give a paper in their forum. That means not bad lah. Sarawak punya news sudah pergi seluruh dunia, you know. That Sarawak is the key player in hydrogen economy. I try my best lah to put Sarawak in the world map. I must also share with you, when we started to build our pilot hydrogen by Sarawak Energy, Sabini is here. we built a pilot hydrogen plant. So that's how we place ourselves in this hydrogen map. So much so that our foreigners are attracted to Sarawak. That's where Sumitomo came in, together with Samsung from Korea came in. They saw our pilot project and they said, okay, if that's the case, we put our plant in Sarawak, producing 100,000 tons of hydrogen and to be bought by them in Korea and Japan. From pilot project, now we got a plan, which will be completed roughly about 2024-25. So we become the major hydrogen supplier in Southeast Asia. Just from a small plant, pilot project, I asked SAB to do it. Now we become a player, so much so that I got invitation also to present paper. World Forum, you know, not bad like your premier presenting hydrogen in the World Forum. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, I would like to express my appreciation to Petros as well as SEDC Energy, Tan Sri Hamid as well as Tan Sri Dato Ahmad Aziz, who accepted my challenge to set up this station in Darul Hana. You know, Darul almost completed. By the third quarter of this year, people along the river will be moving here, and it's going to be a smart settlement here, everything digital. We also will lay down fiber optic to be installed right to the house. Then those who are willing to accept, they will enter the house, the door will open automatically, they go into the house, the lights will all be open automatically. When they leave, the light also off automatically. That is what the people here will be experiencing. Not bad, you know, kampong will be transitioning to this new lifestyle. And we don't force them, only if they want to install. And we have this technology available. We work together with Huawei. So in the long term, I think the houses that we build, everything will be automatic, except one asked me, if something happened, what happened? All will be dark. So we need the maintenance, the skilled people to be trained to do the maintenance. And I have requested, only this morning I was with Simban University, we are going to train a lot of the right manpower, human manpower, in order for them to switch to the digital world. With that, once again, I wish all the best to SEDC Energy, and we hope that a lot of this type of station along the way in Sarawak and also in other areas. With that, I have pleasure to launch this multi-fuel station in Darul Hana. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and may we invite our guests of honor to please remain on stage, and also may we invite all distinguished guests at the front row to join our guests of honor on stage for the grand symbolic launching. Dengan segala hormat jadi persilakan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's focus our attention to the stage for the symbolic launching of the multi-fuel refueling station Darul Hana. Untuk itu, dengan segala hormat jadi persilakan the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak to do the honor. Let's do the countdown in 3, 2, 1.
Access granted. Welcome to Digital.
Sarawak, I'm glad to say, will add to this statistic and will be the first to have a commercial hydrogen refueling station in this
Kita
region.
negeri yang pertama di Malaysia, mungkin juga di rantau ini ya, yang mengeluarkan hidrogen. Negeri kita pada 2030 akan menjadi negeri yang termaju di Malaysia dengan sumber yang ada yang harus kita uruskan dengan baik.
A big round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. The first multi-fuel refueling station, Darul Hana, is now official. And now let's proceed with the plug signing ceremony. Dipersilakan the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak, the father of Digital Sarawak, to please place his signature onto the official plug to mark the opening of the first multi-fuel refueling station, Darul Hana. Dengan segala hormat, dipersilakan. Once again, it is now official. The first flagship multi-fuel refueling station in Sarawak. It's the Darul Hana multi-fuel refueling station, a continued progress by SEDC Energy Sdn Bhd, a subsidiary under SEDC. Congratulations. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, let's focus our attention to the center stage for the souvenir presentation. What we have here is the digital photo frame featuring some of the construction of this multi-fuel refueling station since day one of its groundbreaking ceremony. Sama-sama kita saksikan hadirin upacara penyampaian cenderamata daripada yang berbahagia pengerusi SEDC kepada Yang Amat Berhormat Premier Sarawak. Tepukan dengan para hadirin. Dan kita teruskan dengan satu lagi cenderamata khas buat Yang Amat Berhormat Premier Sarawak. Not only one but two mementos, ladies and gentlemen, dedicated to the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak. Let's do the unboxing first, okay? So that is, ladies and gentlemen, if you can focus, it is a limited edition SEDC Energy G-Shock GDB 100 Sport Watch, one and only of its kind in Sarawak, Malaysia and its region. Terus suka, Alhamdulillah. Satu-satunya hadirin di Sarawak, di Malaysia, and of course the region. That is the limited edition of SEDC Energy G-Shock GDB 100 Sport Watch. A very special memento to the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak. Thank you very much once again, ladies and gentlemen. Please, a big round of applause for our guests of honor and the rest of distinguished guests. Tahniah kita ucapkan congratulations for the grand launching of the multi-fuel refilling station Darul Hana, graced by the Right Honourable Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari, Bintu Datuk Abang Haji Openg Premier of Sarawak. Majlis merakamkan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan serta ucapan terima kasih kepada tetamu kehormat kita. Turut merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada div-div kenamaan, dipersilakan untuk ke VIP room for refreshment. Dengan segala hormat dipersilakan Yang berbahagia Chairman of SCDC to invite and usher the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak and the rest of distinguished guests for the refreshment. And also for this, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take this opportunity to